How do you think your Jewish identity shaped your approach to this day?
So I really think that everyone has a different role to play, and I can't play a certain role that I wasn't born into. When I was on my college campus, I found it a lot easier to stick to my Jewish identity because it's the only one I've ever had, right? I never was taught to hide. So I really think that you should come as your full self and use that as a superpower.
I'm wondering, so from your experience, going from 2018 to what's happening right now, what do you think is the biggest challenge that Jewish students are facing on college campuses today?
I think it's the same exact challenges, just much more amplified. Because I remember when I was at NYU, I went as a Middle Eastern Studies major, which of course we know is extremely biased. And I quickly became public enemy number one, and that was okay and understood. And I was boycotted out of my classes, and I had to take my final exams in a separate room. But the hard thing really was the social aspect, right? Because I always say, like, in your 4 years in college, you're going to have that moment where either your professor says something or your school is hosting an event or you have a friend that's posting something on social media and you have to make the decision, do I keep my head down or do I actually stand up and say something,
And
right?
Adela, to your point, the recent study showed that 1 in 10 students, Jewish students, feel socially isolated and not going to any activities. And I think either one or four hide their identity.
I think that that's the challenge that students are facing on a personal level. I think it's making the decision to become a social pariah, and that's a very difficult decision. I think the solution to that really is the Jewish community waking up, and that happened, I think, on October 7th, where they realized whether or not I stand for this, the litmus test will be applied to me. And I'm going to have to either renounce my entire Jewish identity or I could stand with people, right? And the Jewish community kind of realized, yes, you're going to come out as a Zionist and it's going to be scary, but you have all those Jews who are coming out as well. And now the question is, how do we turn that moment, that waking up moment, into a movement? And how do we make sure that the students who are coming in when things are calming down as they are now, how do we make sure that they don't feel that same social anxiety of presenting themselves as a full open Zionist Jew?